morning. It's Friday, which is probably gonna be my last day of hunting. It's been kind of slow, honestly, the last couple days. Until last night. Last night that giant deer came out. And what happened, he's on video really good because of where I put the camera in the blind. And from where I could shoot, all I could see was his head. I had his head and about half of his neck in the sights of the bow. I just needed him to take one more full step and it would have been perfect. I don't know why that doe busted, because that buck didn't look up at me. You know, I was already at full draw before she ran, so I don't know what she saw, but one of the owner's kids was out there hunting, and he shot a buck last night. And right about the same time that I had that buck come in is when he texted me and said that he shot him. So I'm wondering, and we're pretty close. I mean, we're probably only 100 yards apart, and I'm wondering if that doe didn't hear his bow go off. I don't know what happened, but that was a giant deer. That definitely got my blood pumping. It was fun. You know, and I kind of tried to talk to these guys. You know, I'm no whitetail expert for sure on when they draw their bow, and you know, I did it like I would an elk. As soon as I saw his antler tips, I pulled back and just waited for him to take that extra step. When, I don't know, I mean, his head was down when I pulled back, so I don't know, I feel like I did everything right, just something went wrong in the middle of that. So I headed back out there this morning. Looks like it rained last night, and the weather's saying it might be kind of rainy this morning. And last year, when I hunted out here, I was only allowed to shoot the doe, and I got to hunt the spike season. And it was a rainy day, and I saw the biggest whitetail I've ever seen in my life. He hadn't given me permission to shoot a big buck yet, so I didn't get to shoot him. When I showed him the video of the buck, he told me I should have shot him. He ended up getting shot down the road, I think a little ways, and I think he was mid 170s. It was the same deer. 13-year-old shot him, so that's cool. I mean, I'd rather a 13-year-old shoot it than me, unless he lives here and he gets to do it all the time. Then I wish I would have shot it. But just pulling into the ranch right now, and we'll see what we see. Hopefully the weather's got him up and going. It's not raining right now, and it doesn't look like it rained all that hard, but we'll see what happens. Here we go.
got him. He's laying right there. His buddies are still there. Wondering why he's not running. There's the arrow. Oh. That worked out cool. It's crazy how little blood is ever on these arrows when you shoot a turkey with them. I'm pretty excited. I'm not a big turkey hunter, but this is cool. Smoked him. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down. Alright, so we're gonna redo this because I don't know if you could hear me at all. I got in here really early today. It's like I got in here at like 2:30 to sit in the blind. I didn't have anything else going on. And I shot him at 3:11. So I was in here, 40 minutes. I think it was like 3:30, 3:35 when I got in here. And I looked up and the buck was standing there. And he's a really, really nice 8-point. I didn't really count, I just put the binos on him, and he was a great buck. So I shot him. I mean, I'm not big on counting points and score and all that. I mean, it all just happened too fast in order to do that. So, but looked at the video. Looks like a perfect shot. I mean, it might be just a touch high, but it should still be both lungs, no problem. It's my first whitetail ever. And he's a stud. He's a great deer. I've been here since Saturday, so 6 days trying to kill a good one. They talk about bow hunting's ups and downs. That 8-point I shot, I think it was Monday afternoon at like 4. Never found him. He showed back up on trail cameras. So it was an up because I shot him, down because I never found him, back up when he showed up on camera. Knew he was alive and he was doing okay. He was still with does. So this morning I passed on a deer that I've passed on pretty much every morning. Last night I had that giant 9-point come in, and the edge of the blind was just barely in the way. When I was at full draw, all I could see was his head in the sights. He needed one more step, and the doe busted, so he followed her. That's the doe that brought him in. So he followed her. This morning there's the small 8-point I've been seeing every morning, every night. He's a gorgeous deer. I was gonna shoot him tonight. I mean, it was one of those. Last day I would gladly shoot that deer. And just got in here early today, and that's the deer I thought it was. They're built identical. This one's just way bigger. Everything's way longer, way more mass. It's probably that smaller 8's dad, is my guess, but he made a really good shot. He went over, as you can see in the video, and crosses and stops, and he walks over to the fence line. I think he went under the fence. There were some thick bushes right there, but I think he went under the fence, and I'm pretty sure I saw him go into the trees and lay down. So I'm just hanging out. I'm going to be very patient with him. He's a big deer. I don't want to lose him, I know that deer's gonna die, absolutely no doubt in my mind, and he should be dead right there. But you don't want to bump him. Who knows how far they'll run? I'm not a whitetail hunter, but just like a mule deer and an elk, you bump them and get their adrenaline going, and they'll run forever. So it paid off. Being patient and trying to make a good shot. He was standing at 30 yards. I thought he would get closer. He faced me and he came in, and the last time I ranged him was 25. Right before I shot, he was between 24 and 26, I would guess. But he ducked the arrow just like the other one did. But I put it low on his belly, low down in his white, and it looks like it's a perfect shot. So I'm gonna give him about 20 more minutes and go look for him. It's 3:35 now, and I shot him at 3:11, so I'm stoked. I hope you can hear me right after I shot, but I was whispering. I didn't want him to hear me, so just wanted to redo it, and I'm not shaking quite so bad anymore. Definitely got recomposed and got to look at the video and look at that, so it should be good, man. Here we go. Go find my arrow first. Take a look at it, hang out for a minute. See what it says. See if I can find it. There it is right there. Sorry, I'm really close to where I think that buck laid down.
my trip to Texas is over with. Just getting on the road, headed back to Colorado. Saturday afternoon. Got that buck taken care of. He's in the cooler. Turkey's in the cooler. So I had a blast. It was a great trip. Gorgeous buck for my first whitetail. He's amazing. I mean, that 9 point I saw and almost had an opportunity on was a lot bigger, but this was an awesome deer. Long tines, real, narrow basket rack, which is awesome. Those kind of deer I really like. Same thing with mule deer for me. So we will just continue driving. I got about a 12-hour drive and get into Colorado, and then I got about another 5 hours I'll have to drive tomorrow. But it was a great trip. Killed my first whitetail, gorgeous whitetail. Saw some nice deer. Had some opportunities on some nice deer. Just glad to be able to go, and for those guys to let me go and take care of me while I was there was awesome. Got to hunt with them a little bit. They were working, quite a bit, so didn't get to hunt with them quite as much as I wanted, but it's not, it's not like hunting in Colorado where you're stalking stuff together and, things like that. You're sitting in separate blinds. You don't really hunt together, but, you're out there together. It was cool. I mean, I was stoked that going into the blind last night, or yesterday afternoon, earlier than I've ever went in, it paid off, and, I'd never seen that buck before. So, he must have been coming in to get some food while all the does were bedded, or taking a nap or whatever. I don't know a whole lot about whitetails, so I don't really know the reasoning there, but it's kind of what they were saying, is those big bucks that are pushing does will come get some food while all the does are bedded down. And, it was fun. It was a learning experience. Losing that buck was a super bummer, but seeing him pop back up on camera was awesome. It made me feel a lot better. Even though I made a mistake, mistakes happen, and those deer, they jumped the string really bad. And, even that 8 point that I killed did, and you can see the holes. Its higher lungs is where it hit. That's why when I was blood trailing him, I didn't find blood until about 60 yards into it, and he only made it about 80 yards. So he was internally bleeding. It just took that long for all the blood to start coming out the hole. Once it did, we had really good blood, but we had some small specks where he went under the fence, and it started getting bigger and bigger, and then there was a big puddle, and then the buck was leaving. So it was good. I was very relieved to find him. And I knew I made a good shot, but you never know with blood trails, and South Texas, it's a lot of dirt and bushes. It's hard to blood trail anyway. So got her done. I'll be back in Colorado tomorrow night. Back home tomorrow night. And then I got a cow up tag that started yesterday. So get started with that. Hopefully that's a fairly easy hunt. Me and my partner Austin got that. So any chance we get not working, we'll be out trying to fill the freezer. It's gonna be a meat hunt there, but it'll be good to have since I didn't get to shoot it out this year. And make sure we got a full freezer. I'm adding another deer to the collection here. Once I get home, I'll have to get him cut up and taken care of. But he's on ice back there now. Definitely gonna get that 8 point mounted. He's gorgeous, so definitely gonna do that. That's about it. It was a good trip. It was fun. Just kind of excited to be out here and get away from work and just kind of everything going on at home, and come out and do some hunting and not have to worry about too much for a week or so. And get back home and back to reality, and start booking hunts for next year. Probably not start scouting, but here in the next couple months we'll start scouting for sheds and get ready to go look for some sheds. My mom's calling.